people laughed at me. They laughed at me. My body weight went down to 198 pounds. I didn't even look like a bodybuilder anymore. You know, when I said I wanted to make a comeback, they laughed, called me delusional. All this, all that. Blah, 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 blah. That's all I heard. But I just want you to know one thing. If you have a dream and a goal and everything in your mind and something deep down in your heart, don't let it go. If that thing is burning down inside, you need to go back to that place, because I did it. And I'm glad I did.
What's up? So, heading to work. The kids got regionals this week for track. So I guess I kind of wanted to talk about protein powders. What to look for. What to consume. Protein in general whether it's bulking, cutting, or you just want to be a healthier individual. First off, when I started experimenting with protein powders and with all of that stuff, yeah, I'm young and I'm 21, but do keep in mind all these fancy, good tasting protein powders just came out in like 2020. Okay? So when I was like all throughout high school, I didn't have enough money to buy these cheap powders they do now that taste good. So, like when I was probably 15, I remember buying, I forgot the name of it, someone can comment it if you want, but it was like a red logo or a star or something, and it was that cheap ass shit you get at Walmart, and it was whey chocolate protein powder. And here's the thing with, I don't care what you buy, like price range and everything doesn't matter, but the quality of protein that you consume 100% matters when you are talking about trying to get healthier as an individual. You cannot buy some cheap whey protein powder like I did and then expect that that's all you need. First off, I just want to say you need to have a diet plan, and this diet plan should not be some keto, Mediterranean, whatever diet. The best diet is the one that you can stick with, okay? I grew up in the country, so I grew up eating a lot of already kind of naturally high protein, like good quality foods. Like I grew up eating what I killed, but I also ate a bunch of junk food in high school and middle school once I got my own money working jobs. So that's why I mostly got fat. But anyways, you always want to have a diet plan. So when you get any protein powder, first thing is, I am an ISO guy. I like ISO whey protein, or ISO protein, and there's ISO and there's whey protein. And let me explain this in a more, because I'm retarded, so let me explain it in like kind of a retard way, and someone that's kind of more educated than me can comment below and correct me. I've always said it like this to people that don't know fitness at all. Whey is more of a harder digestible protein, and ISO is more digestible and makes you less bloating. That's what I found for my body personally. I know many people that have whey all the time and they feel completely fine. personally, me, I can't have whey protein. I feel like shit. I feel lethargic after I drink it. Stuff like that. Like it doesn't sit well in my stomach. Well, now you're seeing with protein companies, they don't say ISO or whey on the containers anymore. It just says protein powder. The thing with whey is, if it's high quality, it probably has more amino acids and actual good protein per serving, and closer to what it says on the labeling than ISO. And I learned this actually from Sam Sulik and Jay Cutler. Let's say I consume 25 grams of protein and it's in one scoop for 130 calories. After it digests, I'm probably only consuming about around 18 grams of protein out of that. I don't know how that exactly works. I just am a personal trainer, gym guy, so that's how I know this. Second off, don't be reliable on protein powders, okay? Me, cutting right now, or trying to, like we've talked about this last video. By the way, feeling a lot better mentally. I only have 1 scoop of protein powder to 2 scoops a day. Everything else is my chicken. Everything else is my eggs, like what I eat. So, everything I eat is mostly my protein intake, not what I have for protein powders. If you are gaining weight, you're gonna be more reliable on protein powders, but still you should be eating a shit ton to where you almost want to puke to gain weight and to gain muscle, and not a bunch of junk food. Like all my skinny buddies, when they're like, I don't know how to gain weight. Guys, liquid calories. It is a life hack. 2 scoops of whey protein. You want to pick whey when you're bulking. 2 scoops of whey protein, a banana, an egg, some whole milk that's natural, some peanut butter, stuff like that builds up that shake to the highest it can be that still tastes good. But why do I buy the more expensive, high-end, better tasting protein powders? Mostly just preference. I don't want to, every morning, I don't want to have a protein shake that tastes like shit. That's just me. What I do with my protein shakes, cutting right now, is almond milk, frozen fruit, spinach, a scoop of protein powder. That's what I have every single day. But yeah, like, I just like the better tasting protein powders that taste like an actual treat. Like, it's not something to overcomplicate. Like, you just pick what you like. Personally, I always buy a chocolate peanut butter tub, and then I always buy a fruity tub so I can mix it with whatever I'm feeling like. So I'll mix my fruity protein powder with my frozen fruit. If I want oatmeal, I'll mix my peanut butter powder with that. You know what I'm saying? But never be reliable on protein powders, because you're going to get an upset stomach. You're probably going to shit your pants a lot. Or you're going to have a lot of gut health problems. you should only be consuming about 1 to 2 scoops of protein powder a day with your health journey, okay? It should never be more than that, because then you're more reliable on fake protein or amino acid protein than real protein from your chicken, your elk, your deer, whatever you eat. I eat elk and chicken. But yeah, like, my only advice is don't be reliable on it, because it's just like you can't cheat around it, you know? Like, being healthy shouldn't be a optional thing. I think everyone should be working out and being a healthy person. And stuff like that. I don't care what the scenario is. Everyone should be a healthy person and take care of themselves, and treat our bodies that Jesus Christ gave us. I'm not going to give you a gift that requires high maintenance and then you treat it like crap, because then it's like, okay, well, I'm not giving you another good thing because you're not even treating the first thing I gave you, which is your body, right. So that's my take on protein powders. Let me know what you guys think. I probably am not that accurate on the subject, but I always looked at it as cutting is isoprotein, bulking's more whey and heavier duty stuff. But yeah, it's not that complicated. I just want to talk about it a little bit because I got a lot of like work buddies and friends, because I'm a bigger guy, and they always ask like about it all, and I figured like, hey, I can just point them to my YouTube and they can look at it. Okay, so gotta go work out. Yeah, so today is chest and shoulder day. I know I've been yapping a lot, but anyways, I feel like I have to say something about this because I'm honestly sick of hearing it, and it's not just me coming from a Catholic myself. It's even when I was Protestant, I thought it was absolutely stupid to have this mindset, but I grew up with a lot of people claiming that they were Christian, and a lot of their thinking was, oh, I can do whatever I want, Jesus will forgive me. Oh, I can get drunk every weekend and do bad decisions, Jesus will forgive me. That's not how sinning and everything works, unfortunately. I know you might think it works that way, but it doesn't. That's a very dangerous way to think about Christianity and Jesus. There would be no point in Jesus dying for you if you're just gonna keep sinning. You know what I'm saying? It's just doing better, you know, than you were before, and to sin no more. workout, looking a lot later than I thought I'd be, but still, you know, for last video, we just gotta keep going and keep this okay, and if this is okay, then everything else will be. But if this goes away and all the sins and temptations hit, then everything else will fall to shit. And speaking of that, I got to go to confession tomorrow. I don't have to, I get to, because it's a very holy, good thing to do for yourself. But yeah, I think pretty successful workout. Here's the thing though, when I say like I hate myself or like I'm pissed off at myself, yes, it's a negative way to think, but let's just hold up here. Don't think that that means anything to do with other people. Let's get something straight. I'm confident enough to say that my 220 pounds at 6'1" is different from a lot of people's 220 pounds, okay? I get called chubby. Oh, really? If I'm chubby, then what the fuck are you? You know? Because when I hear, oh, I'm 220, okay, what's your height? Oh, well, no offense. Instantly, I'm gonna think you're not my size 220. You know, I have enough confidence in myself, even though I have insecurities and I'm still working my ass off every day. I have enough confidence to say that, yeah, cool, talk shit, but my 220 is a lot different than other natural people at 220. Like, I'm trying to be humble when I say that, but I'm dead ass. Like, and also this reminds me that, because I dealt with it my whole life, even growing up fat, and now I'm growing up with it in my 20s, where people think that they can walk over you because you're being kind and acting like a dumbass, and so they think that that degrades you for them to walk over you. No. Okay? Because I'm being kind to someone, and because I am acting like an idiot, does not mean you take that as a, oh, I'm gonna walk over him. Because I've already had people try that to me, and when I was younger and fatter, it was easy. That guy's fat, I'm gonna walk over him and make him feel insecure. Well, they can't do that to me anymore. So when I meet people like that, that just aren't that mentally intelligent, instantly I'm on their ass. You're not gonna walk over me, say some shit, because I'm being kind to you and because I'm saying dumb jokes, okay? And you're definitely not better than anyone because you're not joining in on the jokes or you think you're more mature. It's literally just the boys being boys, but I can switch into that mature person real quick, you get me? Anyways, yeah, so not mentally, the last week or 2 weeks, not the mentally best and eating the best, but now we're back. I think I'm just gonna start filming what I eat every day to hold myself accountable more, like film more. And it's not necessarily to show you guys. It'll just be a quick like 5-second thing. I eat the same thing every day, by the way. Sometimes I'll switch it up with snacks, but that's mostly it. But yeah, Jesus Christ loves you, and I will see you. Tomorrow is back day. And speaking of back day, the one video I post where I'm not talking in it and it's 10 minutes long, I get almost around 30 views and no subscribers from it.